Alright, so this video is almost entirely going to focus on the bed. We're going to be making the duvet. We're also going to be importing the cushions that I made in my other video. Do check that out as well. We're also going to be making the circular cushions in this video. The cupboards, modeling, and the basic materials that they have right now. That will be done in this video as well. We're also going to be changing the lighting. So anyway, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get going. Alright, so this video we're mostly going to be just focusing on the bed. Let's actually go. To start it all off, I do want like the bottom one to actually start having a bevel over here. Yeah, that would be good. So yeah, just increase the segment and maybe add like a subsurf modifier, and that should be good enough. I am going to move it like down a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so next up, this is like way too big, so just make it smaller. And the reason this is here is not because like this is gonna turn into this. Well, to be honest, all I would really want to do is just use like a cloth simulator to actually create this what is it? It's like a duvet. Anyway, let's just scale it along the Y as well. Okay, let's actually see how this would work. Let's just subdivision surface, and yeah, it doesn't need to be that complicated. Like 4 should be fine. Let's see how it works. We do need to make this a collision and this as well, while this can just be a cloth. Let's see. I think it's too stiff. Yeah, definitely too stiff. By stiff, I mean like there's not enough subdivisions in it for it to like, actually bend that well. All right, that actually came out surprisingly well. Next up, all we really need to do is just make it smooth. So just make it smooth over here. And in order to avoid things like this from happening, just add in another subdivision at the end. All right, maybe like, yeah, the render can be higher. Make it simple. No, don't make it simple. Yeah, simple doesn't actually change the geometry. Okay. Next up, this needs textures. So I already have textures ready. I made them quickly in Substance Designer. I will be posting a separate video with those. So let me just quickly import those. I believe it needs to be in the shader editor and create new. Alright, also you can press home to go directly to wherever this is, just in case you guys didn't know, and I was having trouble figuring that out last video. Alright, so what I'm quickly gonna do is just use Node Wrangler. Node Wrangler lets me just import textures, so let me just quickly import all of them. Alright, so now that all of these are imported, alright, we're having some issues, and I'm pretty sure the issues are basically that it's not, yeah, the texture is like way too big. So just change this, and okay, that's actually pretty decent. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Obviously it could be a lot better, it could have like a lot more details in it. Let me see if I can actually cause some details. Okay, so since it's like way too perfect and everything, I'm just gonna undo a bunch of times, and hopefully I'll get back all of these modifiers. Yes, I will. Alright, so it was way too perfect, so I'm just gonna move it off over here, scale it up, maybe rotate it a little bit just to cause like some disorientation. And next up, what I want to do is I want to apply this one so I can actually, change some details. And to be honest, don't really want to change anything like too much, just maybe connected and smooth. So let's just quickly do this. Let's see how that works. There we go. Not bad. Also, I'm pretty sure that also undid the textures that I did. So, yeah. That's gonna be sad. Wait, no, it didn't. It just undid this. There we go. Anyway, we'll deal with that later. For now, though, I think the lights need to be a lot dimmer because it's like way too much reflections going on over here. Also, I should probably increase the roughness. I don't want to use this. Just max out the roughness. Yeah, it's not metallic at all. Those like didn't need to be imported. Transmission, no. Sheen. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Like, for now, we're just modeling it, okay? So, all right. Next up, in my cushions video, I actually made like a bunch of different cushions. So I'm just gonna import like 3 of them right now. So let's just quickly import FBX cushions. Okay, so as for these like oval things, not oval, round things, those are like a lot easier to make. All you really need is just like a circle, this, and oh no, we still need a bevel, don't we? Yeah. This needs to be poked. This and this. All right. Next job. What happens if I add in like distortions? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's just select a bunch of random ones and scale them down. Just scale them out and in. Okay, make it small. Rotate it. I'm gonna turn on this. Anyway, so I guess I need to fix the lighting now. And okay, let me just turn on backface culling because honestly it's annoying not being able to look at my scene. Alright, so lighting, what happens if I turn off this one? Okay, that is way too dark. Alright, so I guess I actually need to change it. 100? Oh, no, not orthographic. 50. No, this needs to stay 100 and maybe like... Can I just move it lower? No, probably shouldn't. That's not a good idea. Or. Oh boy. No. We could use 50, but use 2 of them. So. Oh yeah, let's just apply this sloth modifier as well, just in case I mess it up in the future. So this is here, and let's just duplicate it and move one over here. Alright, that's already a lot better. I do feel like this needs to be solidified, to be honest. Solidify. Yeah, it needs to feel thicker. Yeah, that's much better. Alright. Yeah, that's like insanely better than what it was. All right. Next up, yeah, let's just model these cabinets now. So I'm just gonna like model one of them and use the other as like a duplicate. So let's just model this for now. It's not that complicated. Let's just get close to this over here. And so just select this front face, inset it. Yeah, that looks decent, right? Extrude it, just a little bit inside. So yeah, and then all you really need to do is just add in this. So you can just select both of them separately. Individual extrusion, sorry, individual inset. 1 second, it should have been that's fine. We don't need to figure that out right now. I believe 0.9. Point what? Okay, now I'm worried. Let's just turn this off again. Select this, inset, and 0.1. Now 0.05. Okay, that's much better. So inset 0.05. All right, and then we just extrude them and just move them in a little tiny bit. Actually, now turn this off before we move them in. So yeah, this is like a problem. It usually happens. It happens when you're trying to like do different kinds of things. So I enabled this, but then I forgot to disable it. It's nothing that big, to be honest. Also, why does like this bottom one not have this drag thingy? Interesting. That is so weird. I'm just gonna insert them once more. No. Insert, and that's good enough. Extrude them out. All right. And I guess I should probably add them to both of them because, you know, unlike in this reference image, my entire drawer is visible. So it is definitely a good idea. Okay, so let's just keep like the top one over there. So we're gonna keep the top one as is, and we're just gonna move the bottom one up by say negative 0.4. 5? Negative 0.5, negative 0.6. Yeah, that's much better. So do the same over here. Move it up, negative 0.6. Now we have both of these, and we can just extrude them in. All right, so that's like the basics of it done. Next up, what we really need to do is just give it a material. I'm just going to call it cabinet. And I know it's drawers, but I like calling it cabinets anyway. Just pick up this over here. That is way too dark. Let's just make it lighter. It's because I picked up a random pixel, so this is just like a nice placeholder for now. Okay, the top actually has a different bit. So there's like no need for this to be like 3 different faces. So I'm just gonna dissolve edges. Oh, my bad. Select just the edges. Dissolve edges. Okay, just inset this and extrude it down. Just a tiny bit. And now we can add a new material and call it, say, cabinet top, and assign this. And for the color, we can just easily pick this up. It needs to be like 0 roughness, basically, because it has like, yeah. All right, so that's like one of the cabinet done, and now all we really need to do is just duplicate this over here. Just duplicate it, move it along over here, and just make it smaller along the x-axis. Let's just move it here. Okay, what is wrong with my curtains? Oh, it's because I'm like culling the back faces. So just select all of them and make normals consistent. Yeah, that was like a messy cloth simulation, so understandable. Okay, so I did say I would fix this as well because it kind of looks really bad right now. So all you really need to do is just select one edge all the way across, turn on this connected one, and just move it. Okay, we need to make it bigger. Okay, this is like chugging my PC. There are way too many vertices over here. I need to simplify this. I will simplify this for like the final render. Simplify isn't really that hard. All you do is just decimate. And honestly, for like, so it has 73,000 right now, okay? I'm just gonna decrease this to like 0.2. Barely anything changed. Like, look at the actual curtain, okay? Nothing changes between this and say this. There's barely any changes, and the faces are already a lot lower. For example, just look at them. Like the faces are over here, the faces are like this, and over here, yeah. So right now, like this is a lot easier to manipulate than that one. So it's definitely a good idea to decimate like really complicated faces at the end of your render or even at the start. Also, what's going on over here is basically backface culling. So if you do want to stop it, just make normals consistent. And okay, never mind. Don't make normals consistent. Okay, you can do it. Like there's still a way to do it. Just select all of these and just flip them. So I believe that is Alt N. Yeah, that's how you fix that. What is going on up here though? Oh, that's still like a backface, so it's fine. Let's just quickly do that to all of them, to be honest. Alt N and over here as well. Shift N, Alt N. Anyway, so that is it for this video. This was again a longer one, and I'm just gonna like try to get this tutorial over with as fast as possible so I can work on some other stuff. I have some pretty interesting things, on my list. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye. Oh yeah, as like just a tiny thing at the end, I kind of broke this somehow. So I'm just gonna quickly fix this. It's not that complicated, just move it all the way back over here. It doesn't need to be perfect, and yeah. Alright, I can actually end the video now. Oh yeah, as like just a tiny thing at the end, I kind of broke this somehow. So I'm just gonna quickly fix this. It's not that complicated, just move it all the way back over here. It doesn't need to be perfect, and yeah. All right, I can actually end the video now.